Hey, all right. Want to talk about history lesson here? Let some fresh air in. History lesson. Um, the Great Depression. During the time after the Great Depression, after everyone knew that it was like they basically did wealth redistribution. See, when I was young, I knew something. My grandfather taught me this, and he said this is how the communists take over. Is that basically what they do is they take a bunch of people that have money in the stock market invested. Then they crash it. But the people who crash it get their money out beforehand. Then they crash it. So all these people still have all their money invested in the economy. But then it crashes. So all of a sudden all these people's money, wealth, is all gone. It's like something that was worth $10 is now worth a nickel. So basically these guys that took out their money then come back in and buy it all up for pennies on the dollar. Then they vamp up the market again, so they further consolidate their power, kind of like Monopoly in a way. So like it's like you're the banker in Monopoly and you get to go ahead and do whatever you want. Everyone else is at the mercy of go collect 200 basically. It's fucking funny, and how art imitates life and life imitates art. But anyway, back to this depression time when this gave rise to bootleggers and Al Capones, because they also tried to put the whip-de-doo, zippity-da on people during a time of Great Depression when people are really depressed, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be seeking any old exit out the game or anything to appease the pain. It's kind of like in the Bible, one of my favorite scriptures was like, let the man who is ready to perish give him strong drink that he may remember his poverty no more. You know, and that's like in the Great Depression, the social engineers understand that. And they'll have their vultures waiting there with bottles clinking. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, when you make something illegal, all of a sudden the supply and demand also switches, just like they manipulate the stock market, and things that were easily affordable now become a hard sought after commodity that you can adjust the rates. It's all profit out of nothing. But also during this Great Depression time, after they did one of these situations in which I was speaking on, all of a sudden people started to distrust the banks, and it gave rise to all these local kind of hero types here, like kind of folk hero / villains. Like Bonnie and Clyde, for instance, is one of them. I mean, which were assassinated, even though they were murderous people out killing people, but they were assassinated. They had a bunch of people waiting in ambush in the bushes. As soon as they saw them, they just unloaded. Bang! You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens, I guess, if you live the life of a true outlaw. Because, I mean, that's what it is. When you're just murderous and rolling, like on that game, San Andreas, you're rolling every day. You don't go no lower than 3 stars. You know what I'm saying? Basically, so... but it also, there was people like Machine Gun Kelly and John Dillinger and all these other bank robbers and people like in Al Capone's. And it's like, really, to a lot of people, a lot of these people are like folk heroes. And actually the street started to root for the bad guys because they were better than the system that fucked everyone. I mean, at least they were aware of that. I mean, they had to lull us asleep with entertainment and make us forget and feed us this artificial construct of what reality they want us to think reality is, but in all actuality divorced us from but wanting to have an accurate view of reality in the past and history. You know what I'm saying? And they've really taken this away from us. And at the time when these things were going on, it was equal. Man was equal. See, this is my case. I will plead this right now, here and now. I would rather have the wild, wild West as opposed to Nazi Germany, as opposed to the reservations. You know what I'm saying? I would rather have wild, wild West. Yes, for sure. it's better. At least you have a fighting chance from there. But when once you're in the camp on your way to the vaporization chamber that was mentioned in the King Alfred plan, Rex 84, the bottleneck that couldn't get rid of the bodies. So I mean, and Rex 84 was modeled after Hitler's. Like Hitler modeled his strategy after the reservation. Then now America, continuity government, copied Hitler's plan. So it's been a generation upon generation, well thought out plan to get rid of, to just reconsolidate things, go fascize. You know what I'm saying? And commodify and just go straight up the final revolution out here. And you know, I mean, people are almost ready for it. I mean, it's just like people they're running greedily and lustfully after their own slaughter. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. You sit back and you're like, what the heck? I've lived pretty reckless. You know what I'm saying? I've been quite of an adventurer. But these people just, it doesn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Because having a person that ran after danger at times, you know what I'm saying? You see people really running after true danger. And it's like, you just don't understand it. Because you see what's the end game here. And it's like, it doesn't pan out right. You know what I'm saying? It seems like deceptions. So you gotta remember that during times of these great change like this, you know, this is also where the communists got their uprising time, because they just fed on the times in the upheaval, and they curbed everyone's energies, these negative energies. They redirected it at the old order, destroyed it, ate it up, and then these new people that helped overthrow and usurp become the same thing and even worse of the thing they just took over. It's almost like, you know, getting your you know, it's almost like you're you know, say you're already a werewolf, okay? And then you get bit by a vampire and you survive. Now you're a werewolf vampire. You know what I'm saying? That's how these systems go. It's like you know, you think ancient Babylon was a snake. Then you can think of Egypt was a lizard. And then you can go to Greece, and Greece became a crocodile. And then you go to Rome, and by the time it gets to Rome, it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Then by the time you get to America, it's an all-out mystical, mythical dragon. You know what I'm saying? Fire-breathing dragon. That's how these ideologies evolve over time, too. You know what I'm saying? So, and they get better at them. And it's just like certain tricks always work. They always work. It doesn't matter when you use them, where you use them. You can always use them once or twice. You know what I'm saying? And then if you haven't used them in a long time, you can use them once or twice again. Or if someone's never seen them before, you can use your tactics on them, and you'll get them. But in a way, it's like infecting zombies. It's like your move, the bad blood you created a bunch of zombies over here that come and now trying to get you. Accidentally, some friendlies get caught in the crossfire. Now they're zombie and trying to get some revenge over here. And you can see through the snowball effect how this can just and turn into an all-out extinction level event.